Posture is undoubtedly one of the most underrated and important things that people neglect. There are so many different health benefits from posture, and similarly, there are also the opposite. Having weak, shallow, isolated posture creates a low confidence and extremely poor and extremely low dominance and certainty in yourself with a isolated body language posture. Being open and spread ultimately makes you look far more presents yourself in a far more open and masculine way. Broadening your shoulders, opening your chest up, and bringing yourself fully open and outwards towards people will create a completely different narrative for other people towards you. It's a shame that I have to make this video, because ultimately our ancestors and traditionally posture wasn't a thing that needed to be understood or learnt, because ultimately there was nothing for them to destroy their posture. Maybe reading. Probably the only thing was reading. Yet they could probably tell that as soon as something like this happened, something like reading would be a short-term thing, and ultimately they would be able to realize or make sure that they gain their dominance back with their posture, because it was a constant competition. And it's a shame, because the competition now is the most fame on social media or on the internet, and ultimately that means you destroying your posture even more. I've seen countless amount of teenagers that look extremely broken with their posture, and it's only because of how much they're on their phone, but you see it so often where their posture is fixated like this, and it's when they stand up, they're like, their neck is just curled up, and that is not a good look. That is not something that you want to be helping for. Posture will weak or bad posture will kill your self-esteem. I can guarantee that your posture isn't perfect right now. You're not perfectly straight with your shoulders back and your chest out, breathing into your belly. I can guarantee it. But you need to make sure that even times when you're reading or cooking or in the gym or doing things where you are leant over, making sure that it doesn't last long, or making sure that you actually are keeping your frame straight, your posture good, your shoulders back. Your neck strong and open, your body language open. A lot of people don't talk about this, but men are designed to be spread. They're not supposed to be close in. because the effect it has on our balls, the effect it has on our testicles is extremely unhealthy. If you go in a sauna for 15 to 20 minutes, sat down, closed in like this, in polyester shorts, it will, I don't even want to know how bad that is for you, because there are so many side effects to that. Not just the polyester shorts, but from the heat gained towards your lower region, your testicles, your hormones. Remember to relax your jaw, pussy. Relax it. Do everything else. And you don't have to worry about watching this video. But if you're watching this video, surely you have an insecurity about it. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. Unless you like the videos, then I fucking appreciate you so much. Thank you. I love that. But if you're not, then surely you have a weak self-esteem or weak confidence. That's why you're watching this video. That's fine. It's so normal nowadays. It's a normal thing. But ultimately, the only way we can change from that is to implement small, tiny, effective habits and changes to our everyday that we have to write down or put in our phone to check or to remind ourselves. I'd stick it on your lock screen. I'd put a little reminder about your posture. That's such a that would be such an effective thing. As soon as you open your phone, you're like, oh damn, and you're like this, and you see it, and you're like, oh okay. I think that's such a cool thing that you can do. I don't currently have that, but I just thought that on the spot. Go ahead and do that for this video. That is your action step. Put in your comments put in the comments a reaction that you had after seeing that on your phone. Maybe you fell over backwards. I respect it. That's awesome. That means your posture ain't bad. If you're on the floor falling backwards, then it's probably helping your posture, mate. I was in the sauna a few weeks back with a guy that was around, I'd say like 60 years old. No hate towards him. Maybe he's watching this video. I respect it. And he was talking about how if he was younger, he would 10 times more prioritize his health over other things. And I was sat there thinking about it, I was sat there thinking that no wonder people become weaker when they're older and they look for advice, because it's such an important thing to implement into your life, because ultimately things that destroy you, habits that destroy you, will catch up on you and will destroy you. It will kill you. Living a healthy life living a healthy life 6 days of the week and then having some fun 1 day a week is, in my opinion, one of the best ways that you can live life. For progress, for your health, for connections, for your life, for fun. I was sat there thinking that it's so powerful that social media is a thing. Every setback is a learning lesson. Every setback is a lesson, something to learn from. Every mistake is ultimately nothing to worry about, because it's not going to kill you. Who gives an F, ultimately? You can change. You can change today. There's nothing. The only thing that's holding you back is this thing up here. The way you're breathing is the only thing that's holding you back, ultimately. So, implement as much as you can to make you live a healthy life. But be aware that the more you look at your phone, the weaker you get. Not just your posture, your mental health, your physical health. The more you look at your phone, the weaker that you get. Oh, let me just correct my posture. I think that's the best. You can feel it. That posture is ultimately the best. I feel like you can feel the dominance growing. I feel like a king. I feel like I'm on a crown. Limit mouth breathing. As much nose breathing as possible. This is a little side note, but I've been doing this recently every day, and doing dead hangs on the pull-up bar or just on a bar. I've been doing it for about 3 minutes, and it would probably be a very effective thing for you if you have a weak or shallow or closed posture. Not just that, there are also many other benefits for that. Your grip strength, your wrist strength, shoulders, etc. So maybe implementing that a few times a week for you, that'd be an awesome thing to do as well. I'm hoping that the things that I've said show that it's not hard to reverse your posture. It's not hard to reverse your posture or your body language with these small habits that you can implement. Hopefully you can understand that it is an easy change for you. I appreciate you watching this whole video. If you are, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to stay aware for the next upload or piece of advice that I can give you. Make sure to keep working hard, sticking to your goals, your habits, and making sure that you don't get distracted by your weaknesses. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.